Because me and my bae, okay, we are one. Hatupatunanga ma secrets. Nafungua tu with full lights. You know,
unajua tunasema tu vitu kwenye ziko, but continue.
Unajaribu kusema nilikuwa nimeenda wapi?
Ninasema
unajaribu kusema nini?
No.
Sababu sikuenda kileleshwa.
Listen, kwambie uende kileleshwa, nikwambia tuende pale pazuri.
Una click and you're like, Jesus, I was so dumb. But at the same time, I also miss that version of myself.
Hi, we are Two Baddies, One Mic, and this is yet another episode, which I feel like is going to be very heavy because like the second part of the conversation is just tears, is weeping. It's therapy.
But I'm a gangster, so I won't do that. And the gangster's name is Turife.
Anyway, before we get ahead of ourselves, she is
Turife.
And of course, I'm Kathomi, and I feel like she's about to tell me that she wants to start this part again, so...
Yeah. Do I? Okay. Have you ever been in a situation where you were just chilling and the internet decides to take you down memory lane? It has happened to all of us, okay? You are thriving. You are living your current best version of yourself. As in, you're just existing, eh? You have, and then you get a notification on your phone. 5 years ago, you and this Jangili were very happy together. I'm like, this is the source of my trouble. Has that happened to you? As in, you're just chilling and then, especially Google. Remember?
Oh my God! Thank God I don't back up.
Clown.
Oh, I haven't used an Android phone in so long, so my stuff doesn't get backed up on the Google. So I'm just like, But I do be getting some from iCloud.
What? Okay.
Like it's a small flex. It's small flex. We must flex.
Listen, watu wa iPhone mnahonga na kiburi sana. Mko na kiburi a lot.
I'm sorry. If I'm about to spend 100+ K on a phone, I'm about to flex. Anyway, we keep it moving.
Hata hauna gari.
Mad like, anyway, we digress. So basically, I think for me, it was actually yours because you had a very traumatic one that brought up this whole conversation.
Exactly. So me and my man,
oh God,
are just chilling. We're sitting on the couch. We're just chilling the way couples do. It's cold. The price of diapers is not a worry.
Buju.
Hey, buju. So I got a notification on my phone. Unfortunately, at the time, I was using an Android. Oh, tough times.
Never last.
Cue the sad music. So anyway, I get a notification and then, I go to check, and because me and my bae, okay, we are one. Hatupatunanga ma secrets. Nafungua tu with full lights.
The confidence.
So it's like, and I don't know why I didn't see the thumbnail or I just clicked it anyway. Wacha nikwambia, wacha Google ilete kawimbo. And then inatokea kwa sides. Tumeshikana.
And this is an old lover.
Exactly. It was an ex from like 5 years ago.
Oh, no.
And then there was a very problematic picture and I don't know what we were doing. Sijui tulikuwa nafanya nini kwa hiyo picture. As in, he was seated with his legs open. And it was problematic because we had clothes on. Mimi sijai take nudes. As in, he was seated and then I was, the assumption of grabbing something. And then we were like doing weird faces on.
Oh God! Disgusting!
But at the time, that was my
At the time, that's your love language, babes.
And with that's the only, I think, partner who I was very loud about on social media.
Oh God.
So we used to do everything together. Like we'd go on Instagram live and he would like be undoing my hair. Tulikuwa tumependana.
Wow, you guys were in love.
Pressure. We were doing pressure for other people. Whole time he was doing me dirty.
He was doing you and your friends. Hey, the chugus.
Anyway, so me and my current partner, we are seated.
Yeah.
Nimefungua simu naangalia tu pyong. You know how they do the collages, sijui a heart exploding. And the thing is, I knew that he saw.
Uh-huh.
But he pretended like he didn't see anything.
Uh-huh.
But I knew in the bottom of my heart.
You still know.
Because of the position, I was not a jangili at the time. Sikuzi niko ile screen ya wezi. Ukifanya hivi wezi. I was not a jangili at the time, okay? I not started this cheating things. So I knew that he saw everything, but we just pretended. Like we did, but
like it never happened.
Google should stop doing that. They should read the room.
Did you know? Yeah.
Once it was like 2 X's in one video.
Oh no.
So it was like memories.
Oh no, they didn't even do the thing where they select for the one person.
No. It was
wow.
people you were with together. Like a letter. 2016, 2017, 2018.
Whatever how you've been. Like
damn.
different men in 3
I was going through something. My grandmother had died.
It's okay. It's okay. Father God.
But also just generally, as in, I feel like they should be sending this via email. Like it shouldn't be a notification that just pops up and reminds you of the stupid things you used to do.
True.
And the thing is, Instagram has now introduced it because you'll just be chilling and then kaleta ka slot memories. Una click and you're like, Jesus, I was so dumb.
Who is this?
I was so, but at the same time, I also miss that version of myself that could say very problematic things,
Risque.
regardless of consequences. Because I had nothing to lose then. What are you going to do? Cancel me? Me, I'm in uni. I'll finish this course and go be employed.
But you
somewhere.
also see the level of childishness that you
Yeah.
had.
But right now, I can't say anything problematic because, well, okay, not me. Not me. I'm always good. You'll never see me sleeping.
No, we always joke about it.
Yeah.
What? Always see you sleeping.
As in, you won't catch me sleeping and crying on the internet.
Okay. But like, Tori says it here so many times. Just a baby.
I'm just a baby.
I'm just a baby. And then you start to realize that, damn, maybe my parents were in the same boat. They're like, they probably were almost saying the same thing. Because like, my mom had me when she was, what, 25, 26. And I'm assuming your mom also had you when she was in her 20s.
She had me at 27.
There we go. So these are 27. I'm currently 30. And I am still feeling like I am still a child. So I'm trying to imagine of all those things. Sometimes you sit down and we're like, no, all these things happened to me. It made me blah, blah, blah. So my parents traumatized me. But really, we also had a hand in traumatizing our parents. We really do. And sometimes you catch yourself, you go through something and you're like, wow, I did this exact same thing to my parent.
Are you trying to invalidate my trauma?
I'm not trying to invalidate your trauma.
I see where you're coming from.
I'm just saying, imagine.
Our parents were also dealing with their own personal
They
problems.
really were. And I'll never forget, every time up until now, I feel so bad. Every time I think about this memory, I feel so guilty because it's something that I feel so bad, and sometimes it makes me cry a little bit. But either way, so I'm now an adult. We just started working. Now we're always rocking up in like heels and whatever. And trust me when I tell you, you wear heels for the first hour, the second hour, the third hour, you're gonna take them off. Remember when we went to that event at KICC?
She came in
and
heels.
I came in heels and I was like, yes, I'm going. And by the way, they were chunky heels. And I was like, I'm going to party this night. We're just going to... Ilifika wakati, my legs are in so much pain. She had to give me her socks. And I removed my shoes. Fully.
I was wearing sneakers
white,
raw.
And your socks were white. So imagine I am wearing white socks because I cannot stand my heels. And every time I do that, I remember this one time. My mom, she'd always like ask me when she was going to town. Again, we lived in Roy. So whenever she'd go to town to do biasharas, whatever, she would ask us what do I wear? Do I wear these? Do I wear these? Do I wear these? Do I wear these? And there were these very beautiful heels she had. They were like 5-inch heels. They were black. They were really gorgeous heels. Actually, there were 6 because I bought her that pair. And I remember this one time she was like, what do I wear? What shoes do I wear? And I very specifically said those 6-inch heels. And they were like stiletto and sharp pointed. And I'll never forget, she was telling me, oh no, I'm actually going all the way to TSC. And I insisted, Mom, you look amazing in those shoes. Mom, you look amazing in those shoes. Wear those shoes. She's like, but they're going to be so, I'm going to be too tired. I'm like, Mom, you look so nice. And I remember now convincing her to wear those shoes. She left the house at 9 in the morning and she wasn't back until 9 in the evening. And she didn't carry a change in shoes. And she was walking up and down Tao, because a bus station is where you guys are dropped off by the mat. If she's going all the way to Uptown, Noko Universal Towers, in heels, I'm just like, guy! The pain I feel now when I think about what I forced her. Well, technically she did have a choice, but I feel like I had such a hand in it, because I really just Mom, you look so nice in those. No, don't try those. I feel so guilty. I feel so bad. That's the one thing I always just if I could, I would really apologize to my mother.
Yeah.
And work as hard as I could and got her a car, because why did I put her through that? And she would never say anything. And then she came home that night, hatujaosha vyombo, hatujapika sapa. So amechoka, and then she has to come and now not only lecture us, but then cook for us and do the dishes. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. I am so sorry, Mom.
Wow.
That's the one thing I had to publicly admit. I really did put you through some shit that day.
Yeah.
And I genuinely am sorry.
But the thing, it's human nature for us to be very quick to blame everybody else for our problems. It's just human nature for me to say, I am the way I am because my father was neglectful, or he was emotionally unavailable, and that is why I can't text you back on time, because trauma. And that has actually straight up become a trend these days. You're like, I'm dealing with trauma from my childhood.
Drama.
My mother did this and this and this and this. But now, as a not so adult, looking back, I'm like, these people are also going
through a lot.
Because now I think about, especially when I'm a parent now, and sometimes my son says something like, you're not my friend, or I don't want to be with you, mommy. I want to be with my daddy only. Those things hurt. And maybe it was something as simple as he did something and I snapped and I maybe shouted at something. And then very quickly I'm like, I'm so sorry. But my son, he'll be very quick to be like, no, I don't want to be your friend anymore. You make me sad. I only want to be my daddy's friend. And that day, you're dealing with things, Your salary has not ingeared. Things need to be paid. Everything, as in the whole world, is coming at you. And I was just trying to make dinner for this toddler while he was screaming how he doesn't want to eat macaroni. He wants to eat rice. And I'm like, damn. My parents were going through it. So anytime he has a tantrum and he says something hurtful, I remember immediately the things I used to say to my parents, and I didn't realize, they were going through it.
Oh my God.
They had the whole world, they were dealing with the whole world and then catering to me, and I still had the audacity to be loud about it and to say something hurtful. Oh, saa zingine naenda kwa kitanda nalia.
Cry. Because why did I do that?
What do you mean you want to be with your daddy? I'm the one who is here.
I gave birth to you.
It's me. But the thing is, he's a child. I can't start screaming and saying, I am the one who is here.
But it doesn't stop you from actually still being traumatized.
Yeah, you feel some type of when they're like, go call your father or something.
My own parents. Another really painful one is remember when you were being given pocket money to go to school, to high school, and your mom would give you what she had, or your dad would give you what they had spare, because
bills have to bill.
Yeah, you're going to school, you think that school is free, so they've already taken care of all these things, they've already done your shopping and whatever, and now you still need to get pocket money. So you're given a 5 sock or a G. Sometimes when I get 2K, bro, I am rolling in the dough.
For
2K for
money.
pocket money, and you already have shopping. My goodness. So basically, but then you didn't think about it that way. When you get like that 5 reds, amana kwambia just shikilia this one.
Nitakutumia later.
My goodness. You're like, Mom, you are the worst. You never even take care of me. Why did you even get children? Like, why did you even have us? Why did you do? Why? And now you remember. Your cleaning lady is asking you for her salo for the day or for the week, for the month, and you're really, really on zeros. Yep. Like, natwapi pesa. Where am I going to get this money? Which tree am I going to climb and collect this cash so I can pay this woman? The pressure she's giving you, or just your siblings calling you and telling you, by the way, I need to buy like food, or I need to pay for something stupid, or it's always something. And you really just don't have it to give it to them. The guilt that hits you, and how useless you feel that you can't even do this very small thing. Now imagine you used to do that to your parents. You're like, wow. I really did traumatize my mom. I really did.
But I think I should call out this behavior. You're very quick with the self, like you're very quick to critique yourself, and not the way Faith, don't do that. You're very quick to be very harsh to yourself. And I've noticed it a lot. Sometimes you'll say something about you, like, girl, what's happening? Is there a nice at home? Because you heard what she said. You feel like such a useless person. You can't do this small task. You do that a lot.
But
you're very hard on yourself.
The realities of life are such that sometimes you do that to yourself. But
yeah, they were coming. I knew it's okay. Oh my God. Okay. This is how we deal with tears. We laugh them away.
Okay. Right. So essentially, it's just, I think for the most part, this thing with firstborns and, oh my God. Okay. I need a second.
We're good. We'll go through the tears and everything. Oh, don't kill the sad. It's a thing with firstborn children. Sometimes you feel exactly what your parents felt at that time, especially, and you're very quick to be angry at your other siblings, especially when they start acting out or start acting out of turn or start being ungrateful, because now you feel like you're the parent. I understand what mom and dad were going through. I understand the sacrifices they made then. And now it's like the older you get, the closer to your parent you become, or the more understanding you become to them. Yep. Even if initially you had a very horrible relationship with your parents,
you become very forgiving very quickly, and you don't even understand, because like oftentimes we go when we do our karura works, tunaongeaga jamani, but like you start to talk about things and you're like, okay, so sometimes you're just like, but I get that. Yeah. It was horrible to you. It was horrible of them to have done that thing at that time, but now you're in a position where you're like, shit. The chances that the possibility that I can do the exact same thing are like so high. I am just stopping myself from doing the exact same thing, reacting the exact same way. You start to understand like your parents so much that now it even sometimes invalidates your own trauma. It invalidates your experience, because okay, fine, what if they were going through this exact same thing that I'm going through now? And this is why this and this and this and this and this and this and this happened in the way that it did. Yeah. So I think it's healing. It takes, when people say it takes time, it really does take time.
It does.
Because the older you get, the more relatable you are to you. The more you can relate to your parents.
You understand what you are going through it.
And you would see them acting in a certain way, like lashing out or whatever, and you're like, wow. Okay, I get why that happened. It's because that was going on in the background, Anyway, long story short, I personally take a lot of L's.
Yeah.
Mostly I think because I can't physically see my mom and like tell her all of these things and like sort all of these emotions, so I have to deal with those on my own, so it can be a little hard. But yeah, I traumatized my parents from my experiences now, and putting them side to side with theirs. I see how some things went the way they went,
And I also realized I'm very quick with my tongue, and if I'm going to lash out, it's going to be in the most hurtful way possible. I'll find the words for something that will destroy you completely.
Yeah.
And I realized that sometimes my son also does that. And I'm like, damn, is this karma? Is this karma? And then it just takes you back to the things you would say. Because I'm very passive aggressive. I'll say something and it'll come off as a joke, but really, I am being very specific about something.
It's that thing when you're told, when your parents even used to tell you, wait until you get your own children.
Exactly.
My God.
So now, because of the environment, especially when one parent is very volatile and gets angry very quickly or is triggered very quickly, from a very young age, I could read the room and I could figure out what to do to tick off someone or to do this and to do that. Especially, walking around eggshells around my father because he had a temper. And over time, even recently, I remember my brother saying how I took after my father's temper. As in,
which is the one thing that you're trying to not do.
Exactly. You and dad are the same. You're very quick to anger. And that broke me because that's the thing I hated the most about him. How he was very quick to lash out and to say something and to shout at somebody. And then I realized, avoiding all of that, I started doing the same thing. And then I'd be very, and because I don't want to lash out the way he used to, I would use my words. I'm very angry at you. I'll just find something very specific that will completely destroy you. And then I sit back and say, mission completed.
Like hurt you before you hurt me.
Yes, I'll hurt you before you hurt me. And then I realized it's just coming from a place of insecurity, or I felt threatened about something. We're
it's
still
like,
unlearning.
It's just like the thing where you're trying to, I don't know. I feel like sometimes when you run away from something, when you avoid something so much, it starts to build up. It's the way people say, oh, you compartmentalize things. Let me tell you, Maina, you put them in whatever compartments you want to put them in. The compartments will eventually open up and you have to deal with them regardless.
True.
So this is why we keep insisting that if you feel like you're in a bad space, feel like there's stuff that is still unresolved, either talk to someone or talk to yourself. Sometimes the best person to help you is just you.
Yeah, you have to talk to the real OGs.
Yeah, journal.
Talk to yourself.
Yes.
Take Go in front of the mirror like a mad woman. Talk to that mirror.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was that was a lot, bro. That was heavy. But again, yeah, just what was the point of this? The point of this was just like not to make you feel guilty or not to make you feel
or invalidate your experience and your feelings.
No, absolutely not. It's just to put you in a space of empathy, because we're very quick to, what about me?
Yeah.
But me. But when you're not looking at it from an empathetic angle, point of view, you tend to do the worst kind of damage. Don't forget, as you are doing all of these things, then you're inflicting new wounds upon that other person, which will eventually have to heal, but if not taken care of, they will fester and it will keep going back. So it becomes this back and forth. It's like an echo chamber of the same kind of energy. So the point of that whole conversation is just to remind you to look at people with grace, approach situations with grace and a lot of empathy, because a lot of people are dealing with a lot of shit, including your own parents.
And it's not easy.
It really isn't.
When they go low, you should go high.
Pretty much.
But if you're still healing like me,
sometimes you meet them where they are.
Tukutane bikini bottom, not hell. Let's go to SpongeBob's house.
Oh my God.
You go meet me there eating a Krabby Patty. Because me, I will go. I will go. What's the text? Mimi, I can text.
Oh my god. Because of me texting, I stopped. These days, that's why I call a lot.
Yeah.
You ever realize I never text?
No.
I never ever text.
The thing is, if I call you when I'm angry, I'll start crying. So huwa nafanya breathing exercise, alafu nafanya hivi. What is that sound? I proofread. Because I'll get angry if I find there was a spelling mistake.
It's like it takes away from the oomph of it all. Yeah.
Imagine I wrote a paragraph and then after I've sent it, I noticed there was a typo.
It takes away any. Now you have to send the correction of the typo.
No, that'll mean you're double texting. We don't do that here.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, we are buddies. We're not saddies. So
yeah, we really aren't. We really are not. But like moving on quickly, because that was too heavy. I feel like we need to like help you cut it. Oh, cut it. You price is way too high. You need to cut it. Okay, it's economy. Wow.
So what are the things you have done to reduce your budget? Because the way this economy is moving,
it's not looking cute.
Because as in the only solution for the economy is prayers. You know how hopeless you sound as a country when you're asked what are the plans to remedy the situation you're in, and then say
we're holding a 21-day prayer.
Tutaomba Mungu atusaidie. You sound so hopeless.
That's the end.
But then at the same time, we are baby girls, okay? We need to stick to the budget. We need to stay looking cute, even when we're going through a recession.
Yeah.
When we got to
the
stay
hair
cute.
needs to get dude.
As in kuna hadi tax ya beauty products.
Oh God.
They want to finish us.
Honey, they
think we're gonna be looking crusty. You're wrong. You're wrong. Because number one, do you know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I'll start washing and conditioning my hair at home.
There we go.
Do I not have water?
Do you not?
I might be a resident of Langata, lakini kwetu kuna maji. Okay. Don't go there. Don't say I'm your neighbor. No, tunahanga na maji kila siku. So, yeah, I think it's a very great way to cut back on expenses, especially when it comes to taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Start washing and conditioning your hair at home.
And treating, because like
Sorry. If you have 4C hair like mine, it's also like exercise for toning your arms. As in, win-win. You tone your arms, you clean your hair.
And actually, but then, hey, like, it was when I went to do my hair, what day was it? Like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Those guys are like, treatment, 3,000, treatment, 3,000. If I buy that one tub of 3K, sheer moisture, itanigongesha 6 months. 6 months and counting.
Yeah.
I decided by then I'm never gonna do it again. I will wash, treat, and then rinse. Alafu naenda sawa when you straighten you inakuanga almost free. It's part of like the mix when they are doing the thing. I refuse. But another one that I feel like we've started doing.
Yeah.
Well, not very religiously, but for a while we did. There was that. Is when I started using your Showmax.
Yeah. We started alternating
payments of Showmax. So like she paid for Showmax the first time she gave me her access.
Yeah.
And then I paid for Showmax the next one, and then she started using my access. Yeah. So you'll find
there's usually log in this month. Mimi huwa nakuwa alert. Kwa nini huku ni alert?
Sorry, I apologize.
Imagine nikilipa tu hivyo na mwambiaga, "Hello, user number." Sijawa save kama Netflix. Netflix nimesave sponsor, alafu mimi, alafu peasants, alafu child. Yes. I didn't prompt you.
So I feel like that one is kind of the smart way to do it.
Yeah, sharing prescriptions.
It's not like you're going to be watching Netflix or Showmax all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you pay and you just wanted to watch one show and the show is finished. So now you've already paid that amount. Unambia bebe, sharing is caring. Chukua hapo. Jisaidie. Tumika.
There was even a time I had paid for Showmax and then the show I was watching, Ikaisha. And then there was nothing really interesting there. I'd force myself to watch it.
You have to.
Just because I know I've paid for it.
You really will.
As in, I won't watch my show that I want. nitakuja hapo Showmax nitazame.
Unadhani kwa nini naona
Uber.
Loud House? Ni uchungu because you paid for it for
It's a lot
one
of money.
show. It's so embarrassing. Another one is like for us guys, we do a lot of meal prepping.
Yeah.
So like on Monday you decide this week mnakula nini. Kama ni minji inakuliwa kutoka Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So you do like one batch of cooking to save on like gas, also to just stop you from overbuying things, like in ordering in a lot, because we have a bad habit of ordering in. And for that reason, usually you just like do a batch meal prep.
Yeah.
But now I've started realizing I'm overdoing, so I pick a lot of food and then it ends up being wasted. Like today I threw out so much food. Beef venye ilikuwa tamu.
I've realized that I'm very good at meal prepping on account that I have a toddler and you don't want to be called every day, Mama Liam tunapika nini leo? Mama Liam. So I usually have cereals, as in these are things I did when I was a child. Traumas, okay? When you hagera the githeri, the dengu. So like on
I
Saturdays.
used to laugh when you say that.
She laughs at me, but on Saturdays is a day for boiling.
Oh my God.
So we boil githeri, we boil this, we boil dengu, and then you put them in the freezer. And then every other day kuna siku ya githeri, kuna siku ya dengu, kuna siku ya nini. So sometimes I'll be out with Kathomi. Mimi nimeprep kwangu food is on a budget, things are going on smoothly. And then after the show, after we're leaving work, I'm like, see, we go get something. And then we eat, and as we're eating, I'm feeling very guilty. I'm like, kwangu wanakula githeri. Mimi nakula out. Sometimes they'll even call me, I'm like, haijatosha. Steam ka cabbage, muongeze kwa hiyo mix, mukule.
Oh my God.
Okay?
Crazy.
More mohone, mukome. And then I'm just perambulating with cocktails when I should have been on a budget. All your items of clothing do not need to be designer.
There we go.
Hatujaenda toy siku nyingi. Ulipata pesa?
No, see, we've been repeating the ones we bought.
Tukirudia nguo. But you know, repeating clothes is just proof of ownership. That's the thing.
And it shows your styling abilities, because it's the same outfit, but you're styling it differently all the time. People don't even notice you're wearing the same outfit. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like one thing can be expensive on your look. Yeah. Could be your shoes. Your shoes nazikue top at the top, kama zingine zilinunuliwa hapa nasikia wivu tu bado.
Nimezivaa wiki mbili straight.
Wow. Those shoes. So beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you.
Decide, the shoes will be expensive. Fine. If it's not the shoes, the hair will be expensive. If it's not the hair, it's the makeup. Utapiga look mpaka guys are like, wow. Yes. Who is this goddess and where did she come from? Or the outfit. Like everything can be like expensive. You need to like start to understand also economies of scale. Yeah. If you're going to Toy, don't go to Toy to buy one outfit. If you're going to LC Waikiki, don't go to LC Waikiki to buy one outfit. You know, go there with like, I'm buying 3 outfits that will be enough for 1 week. That's it. Because we need like 3 or 4 outfits a week. So you no tu mara moja. Yeah, next week we buy for 2 weeks so that you don't have to come back here. Plus, it gives you a better ability to take discounts and get discounts.
Exactly. And there's been this trending sound on the internet lately. Nikipiga high quality picture, haimanishi niko na pesa. Okay. Relatives, nikipiga picha na iPhone, haimanishi iPhone yangu hata ni ya Kathomi, alinitumia tu nikaposti. Don't be very quick to succumb to black tax. I know it's difficult. It's very, very difficult to tell your relatives, imagine sina pesa, because they see you shining, especially if you're in the limelight. Mimi saa zingine, my cousin calls me, or even my brother, as recent as yesterday, my brother calls me and he's like, sijui madaraka, sijui nataka kukula nyama. You know, I'm like, how do you fought for independence? You know, what do you mean you want to change your diets? I need to make it to kidogo, blah, blah. And I'm like, sir, I am so broke right now. But he was very quick to elicit some emotions from you, because I'm like, lakini sababu wewe ni mtu wetu nikatuma. But be very careful about the amount of money you're sending out to everyone else, because
it adds up.
Yeah, you want to please everyone, you want to cater to everyone, you want to come through for your friends and family, but who is coming through for you?
Amen. Shandara Baba Yoko.
Who can you call in an emergency? Hi, I need 4,000. Can you send me your M-Pesa? Who does that for you? Question.
Harsh realities. Harsh. That's harsh, man. Another very important one is like, I think sometimes we are so quick to buy something cheap.
Quality over quantity.
You want to buy cheap? Hell, like, I can get it for cheaper somewhere else. I can buy it for cheaper and so and so. But you end up buying the same thing 7 different times. Yes. So I'm getting to a point where I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to buy one good quality thing. Nika now 5 years. Yes. I will buy shoes one time. And I will wear those shoes for 2 years. I am tired of like buying something cheap and then you have, hey, it comes a Bata. If there's a place I'm never going again, it's Bata. Whoa, you cannot catch me at Bata. Bata, you buy a shoe one day, today. 3 days later, imeanza kuingia mchanga wapi, sijui megonga wapi. Mi Bata.
Ama earrings. Aki nilinunua earrings jana. Kukuja kuzivaa leo, nilifanya tu hivi, kakafanya hivi. Nikajiambia, see?
And then they're nice.
Not this one, the others. As in, it just broke off.
Oh,
and they wanted to like tell you people on the internet, see me, designer, I'm wearing gold. Nisikie kawivu. But also on the thing of quality, your nails. And I used to do stick-ons and all. And Kathawi would really make comments like, kwani kucha zako zina last? Kwani...
I did. I'm so sorry. Hey, I've traumatized you.
So, sometimes I've just done my nails the night before. And then we're hanging out and then something happened. And then I'm like, sina kucha moja. And I'm
like, yeah, but then they used to break a lot, surely.
Sababu nilikuwa nafanya ile haraka. Stick-ons.
Every 2 days, imengoka. Unakona mbili hivi.
Check.
Oh my God.
Come closer.
Oh,
Please, go for quality nails.
Please.
Like I started doing quality nails juzi. Kapesa kaliingia, nikaanza kufanya acrylics.
No, you chapa 1 month.
Nilichapa 1 month nikasema,
wow.
Hii mambo ya matajiri ni
beautiful.
Nice. Beautiful. Sikuangusha kucha. Hadi nilikuwa naosha vyombo just
you have to work
to
really
make sure.
hard.
Yeah. Yes.
You have to really work really hard. But also sometimes when you think about it, but then these salons and the manicure places, they give you a lot. You went there to do just the nails. Yeah. Me tell me what and the toes.
Yeah.
Unajua where I go.
Suguliwa.
Your toes for gel it's usually 1,500. Just gel. 1,500. Yes, and then your nails like 5K or depending 5 to 6, 7. Senetu hapo mahali. It depends on a lot of things. So in your mind you only are budgeting for like 8K. Umemaliza na hiyo story. I will not see you. Will not see me. But please don't judge me. I really, yeah. It's a lifestyle I was taught.
Nisha kujudge.
I'm just telling you what happens so that you don't be asking me on the gram. So sometimes you get in there and they're like telling you all these nice sweet nothings. Isn't good na smart lakini inajwenge kinye na fanya ka pedicure ndio wao wameanza kukusugua miguu. And then they're like lakini naona ni kama hapa this to cracks. I've told you miatoka because we always wear open shoes.
Uko na miatoks?
Bro.
Unararua bed sheets.
I'm telling you, like, and Baka, he even makes you feel bad.
Yeah.
But there's this new thing, we're calling it gel. You just soak it your legs inside, and then it softens your leg. It does, but it's 5K. Yeah. So, umeenda hapo uko on a budget. By the time you're leaving the place, you have spent so much money. So nowadays, you go there and tell them, this period. Kama umeenda kucha period. My toes. And I'm like, but your toes, we need to reapply. Maybe next month. Because no. Wow.
One of my experience is different. Let me tell my side of the story, okay? So first of all, I try to avoid getting my pedicure done at the salons because there's a time I had a foot infection just because of those things. So I avoid them.
I'm just saying.
I avoid them like the plague.
Look, have I ever got an infection? Unajua, tunasema tu vitu venye ziko, but continue.
Unajaribu kusema nilikuwa nimeenda wapi?
Ninasema.
Unajaribu kusema nini?
No.
Sababu sikuenda kileleshwa.
Mimi sikukwambia uende kileleshwa, nilikwambia tu uende pale pazuri.
Kwani Si nilienda pali pazuri.
Like,
Anyway,
ukapata infection.
me, I don't know what
It's
happened.
okay.
Anyway,
It
so
happens.
now after now you've healed, after now you're good, your feet are now smooth again. I just decided to never ever do pedicures at the places. So I'd rather just do it myself. Just like once a week, I sit down, I relax, najiambia self-care, nawasha mushumaa, nafunga stima. This is not taking the direction I wanted to take. It's sounding very broke, but it actually it's really nice. So I do my own pedicures, but now I noticed that the nail guy, he has this very passive-aggressive way of shaming you into having a pedicure there.
A professional pedicure.
Yeah, so now I'm getting my nails done, then he's like, hey, siku ya mwisho ulisugua miguu ilikuwa lini? So immediately I felt so self-conscious. I'm like, kwani I'm ashy? Kwani kunaendaje? So I was very quick to cut. I was like, wewe. Mimi niko sawa. And maybe one day I'll have a boyfriend who does that for me. As it would be so nice. Like a boyfriend who just scrubs your feet.
Scrubs your feet. Yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah.
And like facials, right?
Manifesting.
I think as we wind up, I think we'll do like one each, and then we're out.
Another thing. But the thing is, I feel like over time, I've become like a mama, where I buy things wholesale.
Like boys,
I stopped buying things individually because it becomes so expensive. Unapata, you're only buying one packet of Indomie. Why? Of noodles. Why? And you can like buy that kahol box.
Yeah.
And it is significantly cheaper than, as in once you add those two small cents, it becomes significantly cheaper than what you would have bought or what you would have spent if you bought things moja. Tunabuy tissue mbili zikiisha unanunua ingine. Do the math, Kamau. It is a lot. Yes, save your coins.
It's the thing of like, when the money is finished, the money is finished. Don't be out here, Talalon, M-Pesa, M-Shwari, M-Wanga, M-Ganga, Bro, why are you accumulating debts like you are a tax collector? What's going on?
Spend within your means.
Yeah, sometimes just accept this is where I'm at. Because like you realize sometimes like the other day when we went to Social House, wow. And Turi had, I was having financial difficulties. So Turi was buying drinks and we had agreed on a certain amount of drinks we were supposed to have. But then the party was getting partied, that DJ. Huyo DJ.
Alikuwa ameweza.
Huyo DJ alikuwa anajua kile anafanya bro. So DJ amegonga music. I'm just like, what? Ama, we have another one. And then the waitress who was attending us, the hostess, she's like, you're just having one. You guys need to stay. The other waiter who's always saying hi. You guys are leaving so soon? Have you already finished your drinks? So in my mind I'm like, I already want to stay.
Ungeniambia?
No. I already wanted to say, because bro, let me tell you, it's like we were on a budget. We decided we're only having one drink, so we needed to have just the one drink. Because we've already drank na huku chini, now we're going to ongezea na huku juu as who? Whose children are we? So in that moment, I remember when the music was gongaing, I'm looking at Turi, I'm like, you know what?
We should go.
I'd been getting these messages from COP. You can take a loan of such and such. So in that moment, I'm thinking, all I have to do is dial *666#. And we're over here rolling in the door.
COP, please feel free to advertise your services here. We use your services.
I really love COP. So in my mind, I'm just like, wow. Do I just do it? But I caught myself and asked myself, 1, 2, 3 drinks.
Okay, you were about to chafua meza and you didn't tell me.
I was about to throw down. But at the same time, like, to what end? All you're doing is just drinking. Then we have a hangi tomorrow, and then. I calculated the calculations. I'm like, nah, it's not worth it. It's okay. Let's just go home. When the day we are supposed to chafua meza will come, we will go and we will chafua meza. Today, let's just stick to our wits abilities. So yeah, just avoid these things because they come with such wow.
Kwa nini unakuanga
the
responsible?
interest rate, no. The interest rate.
Actually, at some point, I figured it was easier to disable Fuliza. I'll be the first to say that I use Fuliza because the thing is, it's so convenient.
Very.
Because of the way they say, add such and such amount from your Fuliza, I'm like, yes, please. And then I realized, actually, I've become so dependent.
Like you count that as your money.
Imagine if somebody said, what's your net worth? I will count my balance plus
Your Fuliza
my Fuliza limit. And I was like, things need to change. And I was like, I need to disable my Fuliza because I had, it gave me such a bad, I used to feel like I'm always in debt.
Yeah.
You know, I open my M-Pesa, hadi mbele ya watu, I'm like this when paying for something. So that,
Now that you blue.
because I feel ashamed. I'm like, why am I being ashamed? Why am I being sneaky about my, I hated
It's
it.
kind of
I disabled it very quickly.
I never used Fuliza until I'd never ever I never got Fuliza until
I feel like I influenced you to use Fuliza.
Because I never had it. Because like, again, I try really, really hard. I know I'm bad with money.
Very horrible.
Whoa. Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Hold up. Wait a minute.
I will chop money like there's no tomorrow. And there is a tomorrow. That's the problem. And tomorrow catches up with me.
Like tomorrow will provide for itself.
Those are bad statements from my mom. Kesho itajililia. Kesho itajililia. That was the one phrase my mother used to say all the time. But anyway, so I'm so bad with money, and therefore I have had to like force myself to get to a point where I just have to say no to myself. Your biggest problem is you, because it's so easy for me, and I always make plans. Mimi hata tunaweza kuwa tumeketi hapa tunaambia Turi, let's go. Turi's like, where are we going?
And me,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Turi will never say no. Tumeenda.
Kwanza saizi sina mtoto. Si twende.
My Fuliza limit is 500. I swear to God. Let me show you.
Balance is zero.
Whatever is
Safaricom,
500.
Please feel free to
500
advertise your
Kenya
products
shillings.
here.
Because let me tell you, but sometimes it comes through, bro. Because like
come.
it's usually small nonsense money. It's like for me, it's usually like small extra that I need to pay. You have paid 350. You just need 6 shillings on top. Just another day, over there with the Uber driver downstairs. I have 300. We don't have 30 shillings. Like who has 30 shillings anymore?
As in, when it's not personal life, when it's not something else, when it's not the bedroom, it's finances. Now we've overshared. Now y'all know we don't have money.
Yeah, sometimes we don't, but sometimes we do be doing it. But the question is always the same. Did you like it?
Did you like that?
Oh my
Did you like our
God.
show?
Reference episode 1.
Should we do it again?
You like that? Anyway, that's in our show.